Thanks, Wallow. I think it's clear there's hope in Pennsylvania today, isn't there? There sure is. Let me begin by saying thank you to my good friend Meek Mill. I want you to know, man, I've been inspired by you and your story. I've been blessed to get to know you, and we are so proud to call you a friend. And I'm glad that our First Lady, my wife Lori, has been able to give you some music tips over the years too. And she's a listener. She knows what she's talking about. And I want to say how happy I am to be here today with everyone at the culmination of a whole lot of conversations and a whole lot of collective hard work. And Meek, we're all especially happy to be here with your mom, Kathy Williams. You must be so proud of him, as we all are, and we are grateful to you for sharing Meek with the world. He's a wonderful guy. Wonderful guy. So I got a lot to say about the legislation and the legislative process. You heard from some lawmakers earlier, but I do want to share, as Michael began to, my journey along the way with this important work and the unlikely friendship that I've been able to develop with Meek Mill. Back in 2017, as Michael talked about, it's just a few months into my term as Attorney General, I got a call from Michael. He told me that his buddy, a rapper from North Philadelphia named Meek Mill, showed up for a court date because of a technical violation on his probation. And instead of getting some warning, instead of getting maybe some community service, Meek was taken away that day in handcuffs, sentenced to 2 to 4 years for simply popping a wheelie. Mike was adamant that day and every day thereafter that Meek didn't deserve that. And while I was a little bit late to believing in what Mike was saying, I got there. And I got there not just about Meek, but I got there about the system. We all learned from Meek's case because it shined a light on the injustices in our probation system. How someone could be sentenced to prison for years for not committing a crime, but for just a technical violation of a long probation. Look, most of the people we know, they're not famous. They don't have friends like Michael Rubin. So when Meek got out, we all talked together about how we could learn from Meek's experience and how we could help others. We didn't want Meek to be the final verse of the song. We wanted him to be the opening. And the result, as Michael talked about, was reform, born from Michael's passion and born from Meek's lived experience. The Reform Alliance, let me tell you, they have had an incredible impact on our criminal justice system, not just here in Pennsylvania, but all across the United States of America. And with the help of another friend, unlikely friend, I guess, Jay-Z, who I know has been especially vocal on this issue and wishes he could have been here today, and leaders like your CEO, Robert Rooks, and the aforementioned Jessica Jackson, who has everybody on speed dial, it seems.
Yes.
You have been able to win in 10 different states. But I know, here in your home state, this one is the most special. I know we also wouldn't be here today without the work of folks like LaTanya, who spoke just so beautifully before. We're inspired by you. You raised your voice and you demanded righteous change. And righteous change was delivered here in Pennsylvania today. Thank you for your bravery and for your strength. Those assembled here today, they've worked for years, long before I was governor, with people like my friend Senator Tony Williams and Speaker Joanna McClinton, who helped get the ball rolling on this important effort. And I called for this to happen in my budget address, my first budget address as governor. And earlier this week, thanks to the great leadership of Senator Baker in the Senate, Chairman Harris in the House, this bill passed with bipartisan majorities in both chambers. And now they are law in Pennsylvania. Law in Pennsylvania. The coalition we built behind this bill is truly impressive. Not just Democrats and Republicans in the legislature, but advocates and business leaders and governors. You know, we have a GSD attitude in my administration. We talk about it often. And since Meek is here, I feel like I can say it. We get shit done in our administration. And this is what it looks like to get stuff done for the good people of Pennsylvania. You know, we are the only state in the nation with a divided legislature. You know what that means? That means we've got one chamber controlled by Democrats under Speaker McClinton and the other controlled by Republicans under President Ward. We came together because this is the way the system is designed and the way the people sent us here to do this work, as Republicans and Democrats, to make our criminal justice system a bit more just. We did that in a number of ways. First, we're showing that we believe in second chances here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And when someone gets a second chance, that should be a real opportunity to start over and succeed. Some minor conviction from just a few years ago, that shouldn't prevent someone from getting a job or renting an apartment, especially if that person has already received a pardon from the Commonwealth. Now, thanks to a bill that I signed into law yesterday, Pennsylvanians who receive a pardon will get their criminal records cleared automatically here in the Commonwealth. No longer will they have to jump through hoops and petition their local court to get their record clear. I want you to know this bill was particularly important to our Lieutenant Governor and my partner in governing, Austin Davis, who joins us here today. Austin worked on this bill when he was in the House, and he helped get it done now as Lieutenant Governor. And I couldn't be more proud of him, Chairman Harris, and Chairman Baker for making this happen. LG, thank you for your leadership. Thank you. Thank you. Now, the second way we made our system more just is why we're here today and why Meek joined us along with others. And that is a bill to reform our probation system to ensure that it serves its real purpose as a tool to help Pennsylvanians who have been incarcerated successfully reintegrate into our communities. And this bill makes two critical reforms. First, it makes sure that those minor technical violations, popping a wheelie as an example, don't undermine someone who's working to put their life back together. Riding a dirt bike should not land you back in jail, period. And now it won't in Pennsylvania. Neither should showing up late to an appointment because you had to take off work and take SEPTA into Center City. Or getting home a few minutes after curfew because you were spending time with your family. Those aren't crimes. And this new law directs judges to avoid sending someone back to prison for those minor technical violations. Meek brought attention to this issue, but this affects hundreds of thousands of Pennsylvanians. The second key thing this new law does is it aims to shorten probation terms here in the Commonwealth, a Commonwealth with very long history of long probations. You heard LaTanya's story from a few moments ago. She served 15 years on probation because something that happened when she was 12 years old. Think about that. She had to go to weekly meetings with her PO, take part in random drug and alcohol testing, and couldn't even leave Philly without permission, even though she was doing great things for her and for all of us. I've spoken to so many Pennsylvanians who feel like their probation never, ever ends, like it's a cinder block weighing them down through life and preventing them from being their best selves, preventing them from succeeding. Well, this new law changes that. Now everyone on probation will have a mandatory probation review conference in 2 years for a misdemeanor or 4 years if they were convicted of a felony. At those review conferences, the presumption will be that probation should end. Even if the court finds a compelling reason to keep someone on probation, they will have the right for another mandatory review conference within 12 months. This change, what does it mean? Well, it means that more people will get off probation earlier and regain their freedom to go out and live their lives, and in turn, lift up the rest of us in our communities across Pennsylvania. This is a big deal. There are now nearly 100,000 Pennsylvanians on probation. And here in the Commonwealth, think about it, we've got a 58% recidivism rate. That means that 58% of the people who leave jail end up going back, many of them for nonviolent technical offenses. Y'all are shaking your head like that. It's true, but it should be unacceptable to all of us in this room. And so we are taking common sense steps to remove these unnecessary barriers for Pennsylvanians who want to rebuild their lives and who want to meaningfully contribute to our communities. And because of these bills, more people will get to spend the holidays with their families. More parents will get the jobs they wanted. More people will get back up on their feet. More folks won't have to worry when they drive over a bridge. You see, here in Pennsylvania, We believe in our families, and we believe in stability of our families. And this new law helps contribute to that. And in this Commonwealth, I believe everyone should have the freedom to chart their own course and the opportunity to succeed. That's true when we talk about our school children, and that's true when we talk about those who committed a crime, but who have paid for it over time. Real freedom, real opportunity. That's the story, the lesson of the birthplace of our democracy right here in Philadelphia. And today, thanks to this bipartisan coalition, thanks to everyone here, we're bringing about more freedom and more opportunity to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I couldn't be more proud to be here with these legislative leaders for this important moment, something we've been working on for so many years. These lawmakers who worked together in this bipartisan manner and who made sure that majorities across Pennsylvania, people from all different walks of life, from places like Senator Baker's district and rural communities, places like Chairman Harris's community right here in the city of Philadelphia. They came together to get this common sense reform done. So I'm going to say to my friend Meek and Michael, and the entire reform team, Saj, and everyone who had a hand in this, I want to say thank you. Thank you for not making this just about Meek. Thank you for leaning in and making this about the good people of Pennsylvania, the good people of this nation who deserve a second chance, who deserve real freedom, who deserve real opportunity. I'm inspired by everyone's perseverance here. We got this done, and we got it done together. And now I'm going to go sign it into law. Thank you all very, very much. Chair, for you. Madam Speaker, for you. And maybe meet the first pen you ever got from a governor. Thank you so much.